line. Let's go on and get this show popping on this side of the game. Kicking it with Rob. Welcome. We here at Kicking It with Rob. We back.
That's it.
We back. We've been gone a long time. We did Art of Men. The police on their way. You know, I just heard them. No, I'm bullshitting. Man, look, today we got special guests in the house. We were supposed to do this interview a long time ago, man, but it's best. Yeah, it's better that we did it on this platform here at Every Media Studios. We got BMF CASH in the building.
Thank you. Thank you.
How you
Man,
doing, man?
oh man, it's a blessing. I appreciate the opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Just to be heard, you know what I'm saying? And to still be here. Birthday just passed. I'm still celebrating. We out here. You know
Happy birthday, brother.
Thank you.
Happy belated. I told
Let's
you once
go.
already, but
Nah, let's go. Let's get it. Yeah.
we also got Cash's wife in the building. We got Erica the Plug in the building.
Yes.
How you doing?
How you doing? You all right?
Dope.
Yes.
Your first time with us. How you feel?
Oh, I'm feeling good.
Okay.
First time out and about in the D.
For real?
I've been here, but I ain't never been out.
Yeah, you haven't. I remember meeting you there one time. Yeah.
How
it
you
was
enjoying
cold
yourself
and
here?
snowing.
Right.
Oh, I like it this go around.
Okay.
She say this go
This
around.
They be keeping me locked away. No, I'm just playing.
So look, Cash, so first of all, Cash, y'all gotta check him out on all platforms, man. We gonna play you know what I'm saying, some of his music, clips of his videos, Ready, which is one of my favorites. But he on all platforms. We let him talk to y'all about that a little later on in the show and everything else him and his wife got going on. But it is one question I had to ask you. I wanted to ask you all the time. We hung out and everything. But your name, where did you get that from?
I got it from Juice,
Juice.
the first lady.
The first lady. Can you tell us about that?
Anywhere me and Juice went, that's how she introduced me. You know, I mean, it would be like, hey, this Cash, he BMF, you know what I'm saying? And the response would be, hey, BMF Cash, what up? And that would just go on for so many years, and then she passed away in 2016. And as an artist, I was looking for that connection to her, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna go with what she called me, you know what I'm saying? BMF CASH, and that's how I took it and ran with it, you know what I'm saying? But Juice gave me that name.
Okay.
Yeah.
First lady, yes, for sure. I mean, rest in peace for sure. I want to talk about you guys besides you being an artist and rapping, y'all see the GYSRF hat song that Get You Some Rich Friends clothing line. Y'all want to talk about that?
It's the brand, you know, Get You Some Rich Friends. She can explain it 10 times better than I can. But
He came up with the brand. So one day he came home and he said, I want to start a clothing line. Just get you some rich friends. And as soon as he said it, I see it, you know. In my brain, I just immediately went to our machine because we run a custom T-shirt store back home. So he been doing that. He has so many businesses. So we had a machine to make the shirts. So I went and immediately created the logo. I'm like, I don't know, I just see like a barcode, no spaces, you know, just get you some rich friends. And then we just put our ideas together. But basically, not to take it out of context, but Get You Some Rich Friends is to inspire and motivate people to level up and speak to people they wouldn't ordinarily speak to. For example, the feedback we've been getting is crazy. One of our artists wore a hat at the Braves game, and white people, Asian people start asking him, what does that mean? It's a conversation starter. So now not only is it doing what I wanted it to do, but now you're able to talk and elaborate on who it is that you are and what it is that you do just off of a hat. Or a brand, you know, a shirt or whatever. So that's what we wanted it to do. We want everybody to feel like, don't be afraid to talk to the next person standing beside you. For example, true story, I'm at the airport. We getting ready to go to London. And is a guy, white guy, standing there at the terminal. He had on a Rolex, and you can peep certain people. We probably wouldn't normally talk. So Steve Harvey said it too. He always say, just try to get that first class flight. You know what I mean? If you don't normally fly first class, just do it, because you never know what could come out of it. And I did it. So when I got in first class, I'm talking to the people. I'm on the way. No, actually, that was on the way to Cleveland, Ohio. So we're on the way to Ohio, and the person that I was talking to ended up knowing like the biggest people in the city to connect with. And when we got there, we didn't have to pay for nothing. The red carpet was rolled out just from speaking to somebody. You know what I mean? I ain't had a brand on at the time, but that's my point is don't be afraid to talk to somebody, because you never know what connections.
The brand has nothing to do with a dollar amount or money, period. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to say, I like how you said that he came up with the brand or the idea, but you took it, you saw it, and you immediately said, okay, you know what, and you went to work. So I love the teamwork that you two have.
Thank you. I appreciate
I love
it.
that.
Yeah, like I definitely, it was one of those situations where I was just sitting there thinking, like, man, I need to get some better surroundings. You know what I'm saying? And that's just for everybody. In general, just better yourself. Period. On what's everything that's going on around you. So, get you some rich friends came from that. I mean, that comes from the old saying, you hang with 10 broke niggas, you be the
11th.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
That's
You hang with 9
true.
broke
That's
niggas,
very
you be the
true.
10th one. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
same situation was that get you some rich friends is like, yo, grow and talk and network, you know what I mean, up. You know
And
what I
that
mean?
might even make a person that is normally not, a person who's willing to go up and speak to someone, that may give them that confidence to do so, because you do have a lot of introverts in the world.
Right.
And
You
that's
know, so
perfect for
I love-
introverts,
Yeah.
because you don't have to say anything. Our artist that I was speaking of, he's an introvert. They're gonna come to you when you have on the brand. I went to a bridal expo when I got engaged. Thousands and thousands and thousands of brides, all nationalities, and every last one of them. What does YSRF stand for? And I didn't have to go to these people. They started talking to me, and then they immediately wanted merch. I'm like, wow, we on to something, babe.
Yeah.
No, for real.
It's crazy I said that because one day I was doing a show back in the day, and I had said something about hope. And I was like, I don't know what made me say, I was like, that mean help our people evolve. And I did
Nice.
it. You know what I'm saying? I did it. But I ain't promoting this big as y'all because I'm so tied into this. But I did come up with this shit.
I
So
like
I know
that.
what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? We do got a couple of pictures of some of y'all merch. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
right
They
there,
got
you
the
know?
merch pictures.
I did find some of those, but I had more, but it was a problem getting them up.
okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Nah, that's fire right
So
there.
we was playing around with some mock-ups. That's one of our earlier designs. I told you, babe, people gonna like that one too.
Yeah.
No, for real. That black one is my go-to. I don't know what black
My
is
eyes
like
went
my
to that
thing.
gray. Yeah.
But we got all colors
Yeah,
on the
like
website.
Yeah, we got everything. We got everything going, everything coming. I mean, it's bigger than just t-shirts.
I gotta put
Yeah.
more males
Yeah.
up
It's the
though.
brand.
I had to request. I got a
no,
lot
you know,
of
I had a male picture, but it was
not a woman's line. It's a unisex
yeah, it's a
line.
unisex line, yeah,
For
for
the
sure.
world, you know what I'm saying? Babies included.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
the
yeah.
meaning and the message behind it alone makes me want to support it. So I'm definitely
I
going to get
appreciate
some
it.
information,
No, for
because
real.
that's definitely dope. Like, I love it.
Where can they find your handles? Like, what's
Yes.
your handles
Oh,
on
I
us?
mean, you can go to gysrf.com, you know what I'm saying?
On Instagram too.
Yeah, on
Facebook.
Instagram,
Okay.
just type in the letters,
GYSRF.
and it's up right
And he
now.
on the trademark too. On still.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gonna throw it's probably gonna be right under our name.
I swear.
When the
That's
show
what
come
we
up.
about, man. When we have like guests and they got their own establishments going on, that's what we into promoting like businesses, man. And
Nah,
putting
I
them out
definitely
there.
appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? We going up this year with that, so.
Yep. Well, look here on Kicking It with Rob. It's just what it is. We kicking it with Rob. So we made, it's all about promotion, and y'all got to kick it with us. You know what I'm saying? So we got a couple topics that we want to kick it on today. One of them was something that Renee wanted to talk about.
So listen, Drew's already laughing. So I was on social media and I came across a story with about Blair Underwood. I don't know if anybody had saw the story where he was married for 27 years. He recently divorced. His wife was 27 years. That's how I should say it. And his best friend, who's a female of 41 years, they're now together. And so it kind of, it was like a conversation because I have a male best friend. And I know that some people might think like, oh, they were plotting the whole time, but I don't know if that may have been the case, because I know some people do not like friendships or relationships of the opposite sex, but sometimes I think it's just a matter of maybe you realize that person is not the right person for you that you have been with, and you may look at this person that you have been friends with, because I think relationships should start with friendships. So I don't know, but I wanted to get you guys' opinions before I really go in. What you think about that? 27 years, you get a divorce, and now you're with your best friend of 41 years.
Okay, so, and because I'm not really too informal of the story, but what was the reason they got divorced?
They don't say. It never mentioned why they divorced. It's just the headlines were he's divorced his wife of 27 years, and now he's with his best friend.
Because it can look shady if
it can
until you know the reason of the divorce. So if it's just okay, he divorced his wife to be with the best friend, I think that's wrong.
Well, to me, the headlines didn't read he got caught cheating with his best friend. Mm-hmm. They got divorced. So at least he went through the process. And
right.
You can't just get divorced overnight. That's a process.
Right. Mm-hmm. That's
so
true.
When he got divorced, then the fact that and it wasn't just a new chick, some random person, his friend for 41 years. And like you said, we don't know the details, but to me, I think they're grown enough. And it's definitely their business.
Right.
But unfortunately, them being celebrities is put out.
Right.
But I think he did it in a proper way.
Okay.
Because it did say they were divorced.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, so that means he was single.
So that
Correct.
means, yeah.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
But of course, as women, I wonder I'm sure that wife was probably thinking I had her over for dinner. She probably did, because this is the best friend.
Right.
So she probably had so many thoughts going through her head as to say they been liking each other, and I shouldn't have never did, because that can take a woman through so many emotions, and that may not have been the case. It may have just been one of those things. The marriage didn't work out. He has a beautiful friendship with his best friend, and it happened. Maybe they never looked at each other like that. Maybe they did. I don't know, but they are divorced, so it's just
it looks shady though.
It does.
Yeah. In my opinion, it does look shady. It make people like me who had female best friends.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, but my friends, we'll never be together. We just friends. But that did to me when you said something to me, but I'm looking like, that's fucked up.
No, for real.
That's fucked up
swear.
because you can't have no opposite best friend after some shit like that.
Man.
Is it worse the fact that she was the friend?
Before?
Right.
She was the friend before?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. But
Right.
so when she told me about the story, it's like, I get all the part. It may not have been like that, but to one-minded people, you know what I'm saying? They gonna be like she said, they was probably plotting this the whole time. He had feelings for her this whole time. Not saying that, like I say, in my case, I threw out there. I don't think like that. Guys get along with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's another thing. I don't think women should have. Now, if it was the other way around, that's BS.
What do you mean? What?
I think,
Oh, my God.
in my opinion, I think a woman who has a best friend, you shouldn't be surprised if they end up with the guy. I think it's different.
You shouldn't be surprised. What?
I think it's different. I think we can have a female best friend, if y'all want to call it double standard, whatever. I just think that women actually like their best friend.
But if it was the other way around, y'all still would be best friends. So the woman would be your best friend either way.
Yeah, but she gonna be looking. It's gonna be a little different.
So you just feel
you
like
might be like, yeah, that's my best friend, that's cool, but the woman might think different.
So-
I think like that.
I was about to say, you feel like the man picked the best friend for a different reason than the woman picked her best friend, basically. So like a man will pick his best friend based off just cool, you just cool, but a female pick her best friend based off how she feel about him.
Once they be, yeah,
That's what you're saying?
yeah. And I
disagree.
know people gonna probably bash me for this, for what I'm saying, because y'all
disagree.
gonna be thinking like dudes coming to something with only one intention, which could be true, but
I definitely feel like it's a double standard.
yeah, it is. I said it, but that is how I feel.
I feel like it's a double standard.
I wouldn't. I feel like my wife should trust me, and I shouldn't trust her.
That is crazy.
With a best friend.
What you say now?
If I got a best friend, she should trust me that ain't shit going on. I'm just saying.
Rob, that's insane. You know what? We're going to get you some help, baby.
No,
because
like,
You say your
way of
wife.
thinking is weird.
If she had a best friend, a dude best friend, I will be thinking a little sideways because I know how dudes are.
He mean that,
But if
too.
she know me, she know it ain't like that. Because I got a best friend that's a female, and I've been knowing her since way before I even knew my
But if you know your wife, you should know she not like that.
I know it's fucked up.
Rob has a problem with women. He has a problem with females. And you
I'm
too.
terrible.
You got a personal beef with us. I don't know
No,
why.
I don't. It just, I
You
just
do.
know. I just seen too much.
Yeah, that's
Because-
internal.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Because I have a male best friend. My best friend, I have a female best friend and a male best friend. I met her when I was 12. I met him when I was 14. And we have been friends and not have had any kind of relationship like that. We don't like each other in that kind of way. We always been
sure? You
bro
don't
and
think
sis. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to get too personal, but I know for a fact because there have been certain things in my circle that has happened to where, you know, my best friend has been a hot commodity. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, at certain points in relationships, you know that you're never going to cross that line, especially when your friend has, you know, maybe
I feel
tested
like-
something somewhere else with somebody else.
I feel like if you have a best friend, whether you male or female, if you see that person in a lustful way, that's not your best friend.
I agree.
So who don't?
If you don't, what you mean who
I'm
don't?
saying- no, I'm just saying.
I'm about to say I don't, but I'm saying if you a person, male or female, and you call this person your best friend, your extended family, however, but you look at them in a lustful way, she was never your best friend. He was never your best friend. That was just a person.
Never?
That was your personal interest. Yeah. So even in Blair Underwood case, if he was married to his wife for 27 years, but he got this best friend over here and now they together. Yeah, he went through the right process, but he had to, at some point, always look at her as a potential mate or in a lustful way. He had to.
But out of respect for my husband, I had male friends that I was like, nah, that's one of my best friends, but I had to cut him off.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I know nothing ever happened, nothing will happen. Hey, he got a whole family, but had to cut him off.
It's because mine come with boundaries. My friends come with boundaries. Like, you can't invite me somewhere and I got a mate. You got to invite us both or I ain't coming. Because I don't want to put her in a position where she's uncomfortable. So now it's like, you can't think we got something going on because you're always there. You know what I'm saying? You can't say, best friend, let's go to L.A. And my girl not coming? Nah, man, you got it. Like, best friend, you want you and your come out to? Because in her head, why you always want to do something without me? It's going to come up as an insecurity. But actually, she got good rights
I mean,
to
even
question
going
it.
to the bathroom.
I mean,
That was my bad.
I'm just
go
saying,
ahead.
I just got boundaries
go
for
nowhere
that
without
to not.
it.
I got
Take it
boundaries for it
everywhere.
to not be looked at in that way. You know what I'm saying? But if you can always if you can get into a relationship with your best friend outside, you never looked at them as a best friend.
What if situations and people change? Like, so what if? Because I don't 100% agree with that.
Okay.
Because life happens, and so what if you really genuinely never looked at that person in that light, but something traumatic or something important or really affected your life, and that person was right there, and maybe at the time, you know, because they were there in a way for you that you needed somebody to be, and emotions maybe started to come up like, you know what, why did I never look at you in this light? Why did I never think about you? Because you've always been here for me. You always did this.
Right.
So, sometimes things might click at a different point in life. So I don't think that necessarily it was always the thought. I think that sometimes it can be life. Life happens and can change. So people change and situations change.
And I promise to God, I ain't meaning to sound like this, but I'm about to say it. I feel like if that's the case, then you didn't just like categorize them as a best friend for a best friend reason. You saved them for later. So if this don't work out, then I accept it.
And I'm glad you said that because
That's how I look at it.
I think the male, that's why I said what I said, have those intentions
From the beginning.
from the beginning.
That's what you're saying.
But,
okay.
like I say, I'm different than the rest of them niggas. I'm not like that. But I just know how dudes are. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say what I said, like, I can't trust my wife. She told me that my best friend is a dude. I'd be like, we gonna break up one day. I already know it.
See, and that's
Because I know some bullshit gonna jump off. That's fucked up.
I think he damaged.
But now you're
I'm not
putting something
damaged. I'm
negative.
just speaking of real.
So, Rob, you don't believe in what
Damage.
you put out into the universe. Like, I'm a person, I believe in, putting out positive so I can get back the positive. And if you put out negative, you don't think like that's what you're going to get.
I have never been in a situation like this. For me, like, just for y'all to say, think I'm damaged. Or, you know what I'm saying? I never, like, the people I've been in relationships with, it's never been like they had a best friend. This happened to me.
Right.
I just see other shit. My hair gray. I seen a lot. You know what I'm
just
saying?
don't trust
And
it.
I just be like, be some bullshit sometime.
Wow.
Be some bullshit sometime. That's all I'm saying.
I think that's actually preparing for the worst before it even happens.
You always got to prepare for the worst so your soul won't hurt when it's over.
Nah, hell.
And see, I'm opposite. I'm on the opposite end of you, Rob. Dang.
I don't
I'm
always
not. I
believe
can't
the way
do
you
that.
saying, man. Because I feel like if you think like that, man, you just don't get married.
That's too late. I'm married now.
But that's what I'm saying.
I mean, like
Don't think like
that's
that.
definitely again internal.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
you gotta no.
I
I mean,
go first.
no, I'm
Go
just
ahead.
saying though, like again, getting married, you definitely gotta make sure you are fully intact
Mm-hmm.
with the decision that you're making because it's eternal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just you have to have that trust factor there. Like you can't. It's impossible. You can have boyfriend and girlfriend shit all day long. You know what I'm saying? Y'all still single. You know what I mean? But this is a different step in life. You know what I mean? It's a different layer to life. You know what I mean? And you just got to make sure that that person is 100% trustworthy. You know what I mean? In every aspect. And people, like you say, things change, people change, but you got to take that chance. If that's what you see in the person. You know what I'm saying?
I get y'all, but I want to make sure y'all know that I'm not saying there's something going on with me now. I'm not saying that. Me and my wife good.
Right. Okay. I
It's
got you.
just in general speaking. You know what I'm saying?
That's just what you feel.
Can I ask
Yeah.
you? Can I ask how long have y'all been married? Because y'all best friends. It's like I can just see it. That's your
Yeah,
best
that's
friend,
my
and
partner.
and that's
So-
how it's supposed to be. How long y'all been together? If y'all don't mind.
You said so I thought you would get ready to talk. Okay. Surprisingly, we've been married for 6 months. We've been together for 3 years.
Okay.
No,
Well, can I
2.5,
say congratulations on
Yeah.
the
Congratulations. I didn't know that
Thank you.
either. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats.
But we were married from the beginning. It's just on paper now.
Right.
Because he was your person and she was your person.
man, for real.
Yeah, I could. It's something like I don't know. I guess because I'm a hopeless romantic, and that's why I say I'm on the opposite end of Rob. We like, but I don't care. When I see it, it just instantly you can pick up on it. You can see, you know what I'm saying, when it's real, when it's genuine.
For sure.
And I just, Rob, look, we gonna get you over to the light. But
You got a long way to go. You got a long way to
got a
go.
long way to go. But yeah, I just wanted to say that because this is the kind of relationship that we should be kind of shining because it's so much of the other stuff.
Marriage is,
You got to have your person. So you guys figured it out. So
it's
congratulations.
And I mean,
Yeah.
like, it didn't take long to figure out. You know what I mean?
That's
The
the
right
goal.
things are said, the right movements are made. You know what I'm saying? And with the right things being said and movements being made, the right actions and reactions, and you know what I'm saying? Like I was like, damn, like that's what's up. That's the one right there. That's how I want it to be. Period.
Yeah, for
You know
real.
what I'm saying?
I was like you. I was a hopeless romantic. I didn't think I would find my guy or he would find me. And we black women out here dating. You know, it's very. And I'm in Atlanta. Dating in Atlanta.
That's a different scene. Yeah.
You didn't know what you was gonna get into.
But I always mentally prepared myself for my husband, even though I didn't know who he would be.
Okay.
So when we crossed each other's paths, it was the right time for both of us. Because if we would have met 6 months prior or 3 months prior, we wouldn't have been ready for each other.
You were ready. Y'all both was ready at that time. And I like you said, you was preparing yourself before he even came along.
Yeah, she
And I
was.
think women, we don't do that enough. Can you
No,
elaborate
she
on
was.
that?
I mean, like, I don't know what women believe they need to conform themselves to be a wife or what it takes, but most of them don't prepare to go to that level. Y'all can be as pretty as you want, the longest weave, the baddest body, with no understanding of man and woman, then you're not prepared.
Facts. Definitely. Facts.
And she was prepared. You know, things that I, as a man, as a real man, required from a woman that's asking for forever with me. There were certain things I was asking for that I didn't have to ask her for. So she was prepared.
Yeah. She was ready,
But at the same time, I understood what it took to be an independent woman before meeting my husband. But I didn't go into a relationship trying to keep that.
Okay.
Because I'm not, why am I trying to battle him?
Yeah.
I don't need to. A lot of women so self-righteous that, especially black women, the government has done a great job of pumping this in us. We don't need a man for nothing. I was raised like that. My mama had 3 jobs, raised me, preached it to me. You don't ever depend on a man for nothing. You get it on your own. And I got to hustle out of this world. I'm crazy with it. But I understood what we used to have back in the day, 50s and 60s, and the change and the impact that we were able to make on the world as a couple, as married, a household. Now, government assistance, all these programs and aids just to keep them separated. You know what I mean? I already knew that. Even when I met a lot of men, I could tell first 30 seconds, 60 seconds talking to a guy. I went on dates and stuff. I was single, but I'm like, mentally, they wasn't there yet. So no man before him has ever experienced wifey me. They've only experienced single me. I never gave them anything that he receives. But I never knew I never had him before either, so I've never done it.
Right.
So I'm really learning as I go. And I wish I had mentors that's married, like women who can tell me certain things. I don't, but I just know what I want to receive back from my husband, so I have to put out, in order for him to.
Don't have it either.
Yeah.
So, I want to know, when was that realization for you? Like, when did you click that, like, okay, I have to, my thought process of how I receive a man, my husband, when was that, like, mental processing? When did that happen for you to where you started doing things differently, or even your thought process was different on how you approached relationships or how you approached him? When was that click that made you know you had to change something?
Number one, the person. When I first met him, we met just having a 2-hour conversation. We didn't meet at a club. We didn't meet online. We was just talked by default. Let's say she's sitting right here and she just hanging out, but all of us leave them two here together. So that's the type of shit. That's how we met. We were just left alone in a space for us to just make time go by. So we end up talking for 2 hours. In that 2 hours, I knew the type of man he was, and he didn't know what I was, processing in my head. But I still wasn't like, oh, I need to holler at him. I figured he probably had somebody. You know what I mean? I'm just like, he cool. Like, even if
you
we
just vibing.
Yeah, we were just vibing. But I dated people in the past, and I got hurt. I've been hurt just like every other woman's story. I done been through some stuff to where I could have said, forget me. I don't want to do it again. But one thing I said, whoever I end up with, God know what I want. I want a husband. I always knew I wanted a husband, but I couldn't hold him according to what I went through, what somebody else did to me. Right. So I didn't go in this situation when we ended up, dating and talking. I didn't go into it holding grudges, but what I did do, and I'm being very transparent, I still had ways about myself to where I didn't trust men. So I started doing things as far as like going through his phone for no reason. He never did nothing to me.
Right.
He never did anything for me to think he was sneaky or anything. It's just
that old
pattern.
habit.
That old habit could have cost me him.
Yeah.
It could have cost me him. But I know God put us together. So, we worked through it, but unfortunately, some people could bypass their life partner by taking those things into a new relationship, whether it's if y'all used to argue, you and your old mate used to argue all the time, and you taking it to the new relationship. Or like my situation, I didn't trust nobody. So I wanted to make sure I felt that going through his phone was my protection against men, so that I'll know like he ain't really what he said. But at the same time, when you dating, the women, it's so funny because I was in it, and there are women before you, but you don't know what he's doing in the process of weeding them out. So by you going through his phone, you might see a woman, but you don't know what's getting ready to happen to those women. Exactly. But now you done messed up because you flipping the script.
Yeah.
So now you put yourself in a category with them.
Yeah.
So look, we gonna take a little break real quick, but we here at Every Media Studios, located here in Royal Oak. Y'all fuck with them, they dope. I want to thank BMF CASH and his wife for coming through today. We'll be back with another topic, goddammit. Hey, and one more thing. Yeah. It was a message I got out of that. Everything she said, and it's something I always say, please, women, stop trying to be men. We'll be back in a minute. It's time to go. It's time to go now.
How you say your name? Young Mooski?
BMF CASH to be exact. Ready, Cash? I've been doing this for a little while now. I know, you ready?
Niggas been bluffing.
Tell me about it.
Spark my blunt and get higher than you ever been. Back to back like cars like the president. Cash, you belong on top of Mount Everest. Next to Obama, second black president. Punch on top of that, wedding cake next to that. Fishing off the yacht, helipad on top of that. Blowing doja on the coast.
bad bitch on top of that.
Say you getting money, still broke.
Nigga, stop that.
Diamond still fake, nigga, you too old for that. This in my blunt.
Can't afford that.
Back in the day, used to hard to accord that. Come through doors up,
Never saw that.
now my diamonds clean like Billie Jean. Came through with a smile and they look mean. You don't hustle like me, smoke like me. Laser wear, he ain't see the beam. Born in trenches, raised around extensions. Hair on heads and I forget to mention. I ain't see shit, nigga, I got dementia. Monument down to the junction. Stay off that block, man, them boys is jumping. From east to west, dog, them boys dumping. Box you out, then pop the trunk. Damn, he ain't even see it coming. My blunt get higher than you ever been. Back to back, black cars like the president. Cash, you belong on top of Mount Everest. Next to Obama, second black president. Punch on top of that, wedding cake next to that. Fishing off the yacht, helipad on top of that. Blowing doja on the coast.
Bad bitch on top of that.
Say you getting money, still broke.
Nigga, stop that.
Spark my blunt and get higher than you ever been. Spark my blunt and get higher.
Yo, we back. We back, kicking the ride. We back again. We gonna hit one more topic up before we get the hell out of here. Drew, you want to throw it out there, man? Because this one right here, I don't know what I will see.
Man, by all means. So we already got to the happy side of marriage. We about to talk about this single life. You know what I'm saying? So let me get y'all opinion on the question. Do y'all feel like single women keep women single?
For sure, I do.
Come on, Renee, your mind wandering. I've been waiting to argue with you all day.
Oh, I guess I'm supposed to go ahead and
You gonna
elaborate
wait
on
till
the
you call the break.
answer of this question. So in a lot of situations and aspects, because they don't have an understanding of what it takes to have a man, obviously, or how to keep one. And every situation is different because, I mean, of course, women can been in a long relationship and just got out of one, and they giving somebody relationship advice, and things don't work out for people all the time. You know what I mean? But for the most part, taking advice from a single woman, being single about a man that you are interested in, isn't the best person, I guess,
They
to
hate.
get the advice from.
They hate on you, women. Any woman who has somebody, the single one's gonna hate on you. That's what it is.
They want you to be
They don't
with
want to
them.
see you happy. They want to
Right.
see you in the streets and hoe hopping, club popping, whatever you want to call it.
They trying to recruit you?
No, they ain't. They trying to
trying to
recruit you into the
To the single club.
yeah, to the single club. Good word, single club. They ain't your friends, goddammit. Keep your mans and eat Netflix and chill. Not with them.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to just
Yeah.
get advice from single about being single and trying to get in a relationship. Like that ain't the way to go.
Come on, Renee.
Well, y'all, you knew I was going to disagree, right? Drew 100% knew I was going to disagree.
Come on.
And the only reason I'm disagreeing, I can't speak for every woman. I only can speak for me and my circle and who I roll with and how we interact with each other. And plus, and then I also say age. Because I think sometimes younger single women may be more ready to give off bad advice to someone in a relationship than older women, like more seasoned women. So I'm going to say when you're secure and happy with where you are, and if you're truly genuine with your friendship with the person that's in a relationship, you're not going to want to give them a bad relationship. Advice, because you want to see them in a healthy, happy relationship.
Okay.
So I'm going to say not in all cases will a single woman keep a single woman single.
So how do y'all weave those people? How do you know who's telling you what? The right.
Right.
You should be smart enough to have your
I mean,
own.
you got two friends, y'all been
Right.
both
Yeah.
friends 10 years apiece, and you know what I'm saying, one's telling you fuck him, the other one's telling you call him, and you know what I'm saying, how do you tell those?
Right.
I think that then it comes back to you, and you have to gauge your relationship and what you want. You know, when you decide, okay, I'm in this relationship, or, you know, there will be a number of factors that I think that it's responsibility on the person in a relationship. You can get all the advice in the world, but if you take some bad advice from somebody who don't have a relationship right now, and not to say that, I'm just saying negative advice. If they're telling you to walk away from someone, like, I think it's what's being said, because I don't want you to just tell me to leave my man. You know, not to say like that's what my friends would do, but if that's what somebody is doing, I think that we might have to I'll reevaluate how I'm looking at them, because everybody has problems. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to get the negative advice all the time. So you'll be able to weed out or distinguish who's giving you some very genuine advice or who's trying to be messy.
Have any of y'all too? Like, I mean, you speaking on it, but have you experienced that from a single woman? You know what I'm saying?
Giving you advice on your relationship.
Giving you advice in a relationship.
Well, yeah. Everyone I know is single. My family, my friends.
Before him, then shit.
No, I'm saying even
Okay.
with him, they all single. So,
Okay.
I've gotten advice when I first met him from my mama. She's single,
All right, well,
She
your
would-
mama don't count.
but she do count because I consider my mama one of my best friends
Okay, I
that I
got you,
pour
I got
into. But I still had to cut that off because she was giving me negative single woman advice.
But okay, because see, the only reason that I agree with it. I do believe single women keep women single, but I only say that because, let's say hypothetically, a woman is going through something in her relationship. You go to your single friend, and whatever y'all going through in your relationship, you express that to her. She probably is a female who's experienced the same thing and probably don't want you to go through that, whatever. But her advice is not gonna come from a positive place, or the advice is not going to come from where a woman that's been married is going to come from. It's going to come from a personal experience of her own life that she don't want you to go through, opposed to a woman who's married and going to be like, that's what married people go through, if you get what I mean. You know what I'm saying? So the advice is not going to come from something that's telling you to stay with them or telling you to deal with it, go through it, grow through it. It's going to come from, nah, girl, don't mess with him. Because you remember when I was going through it, such and such. It's going to come from a personal experience. That's why I feel like single women keep women single.
Well, real quick before, I'm going to just be done with it. When we get locked in and got close, I stopped I don't give anybody an opportunity to give me advice.
Smart.
I literally had to just,
Smart.
I don't tell anybody anything.
That's how you stay
We have
married.
to work it out amongst each other.
That's how you stay
Before
married.
we go to bed. We don't go to bed
Facts.
with no,
That's how you stay married.
And I'm gonna say this. I'm is it called devil's advocate or whatever? Do men do that shit too?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do y'all?
we do that too?
We do.
But
Do single men keep?
Yeah,
Right, that's
yeah,
what I'm
man. But the reason why I don't think that's
No, that's not that.
yeah, because dudes just do the shit all the time.
Yeah.
Nah,
Most dudes always on
it's
something.
totally up to the man. It's totally up to the man.
But
nah, the guys be like, hey, bro, there's plenty of bitches. Look
But they do that anyway. You know what I'm saying? Niggas do that anyway.
I'm not saying they don't do that.
Yeah.
They do that. What I'm saying is, it's totally up to the man to make the decision of, I'm done with the single life.
Right.
That's it. That's
Fuck
all.
what y'all talking about. I'm finna go home to the motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, like that's totally
Yeah.
your decision as an individual. You know what I mean?
So when you guys have situations in your relationship, do you talk it out with your peers,
Yeah.
like y'all male friends, like, or do y'all not do that at all? Like
I
y'all don't
learned a
talk about what
valuable
y'all.
lesson not to do that.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I don't have no. See, you have to be married,
Right.
and none of my friends that I talk to are married.
Right.
So we're having a backwards conversation.
Yeah.
That's not even with, but they can talk to me all the time about everything they got going on because I used to be there,
Right.
but they're not where I am.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of I don't take advice from anybody.
See, I hang with everybody that's around me are older than me. I'm young. I'm only 28, so everybody around me is 30 plus. But I talk to people who are where I want to be, if that makes sense, you know? So if you older than me, 9 times out of 10, you probably already experienced everything that I'm about to go through or been, you know what I'm saying? So I can only get advice from somebody who already got or been there. But I also can get good advice from people who are like you guys. Like you guys would probably be somebody I would talk to. Just like my friends are married, older, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's why I would go to them for advice, only because y'all done lived where I'm at. Y'all done passed 28, so y'all done already saw 28, been to 29, 30. You know what I'm saying? Y'all done already been there. So when I'm coming to y'all to get through where y'all already been.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
got
saying?
some advice for you young niggas out there. I'm just saying,
My bad.
don't never explain what's going on with your girl to your homie.
Yeah,
Cause they is still her. That's what happened to me.
for real.
That what happened to me. I had a homeboy. This is a long time ago. And I used to go to him like, man, my girl, this and that. And he used everything I said, went back and brung the hoe out in her. And he didn't steal her, but that's how we broke up.
Right.
Because they fucked around.
Right.
So you can't even go to your homeboy because they
Right.
always, don't do it.
Right.
Well, on the flip side of that, women do that too. So you have to watch
Damn.
that as
Yeah.
well. But I'm thankful to say again, like with the circle of friends that I have, that we have matured past anything like that. But I would like to say that I would give advice. When I give advice, I'm giving you straight advice the way I see it. It's not gonna be you're right, he's wrong. It's gonna be what it is. And I think that's why my friends love me the way that they do. Because even though I'm the single one, like I do have married friends, but they know if they come and bring anything to me, it's gonna be, girl, you was wrong. Go fix that. Or, why would you say that? Oh, girl, okay, yeah, he got the right to be mad. Or you know what? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
y'all need to talk that out. It's gonna be,
You know how to look at it from both.
it's
both
not gonna
sides.
be just to stir up something or cause more division.
Right.
It's
right.
gonna be solid advice, if I can.
Well, shit, before we get out of here,
That's
goddamn it,
what's
I
up.
want to thank y'all once again.
Oh,
man,
man.
You know,
Pleasure
really
having you,
really
man.
appreciate
So good meeting you, Eric.
You know, we
BMF CASH.
anytime I
Always
swing
miss
through
when he come.
Detroit, man, you know what I'm saying? I definitely would love to pull up, you know what I'm saying? This is a dope situation you got going on. Congratulations,
Appreciate
you
it,
know
man.
what I mean?
Appreciate it.
It's a blessing. Everything's a blessing. Every day is a blessing, you know what I mean? So again, BMF Cash everywhere. Google me, Instagram, all the social media sites, all the music sites, blogs, whatever you want. BMF Cash everywhere. You know what I mean? Get you some rich friends. Just get your mind up. You know what I'm saying? Get your network up. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people out here that's doing a lot of big things and just connecting with different dots. You know what I mean? And that's it. That's what it's about.
For sure.
So
December 10th. Is it
December
10th?
10th. Yeah, December 10th, I believe. Yeah, I will be back in the D. We going up. You know what I'm saying? Was it JT Money?
JT Money. Mike Deuce.
Mike Deuce. BMF Cash. I mean, we're gonna be lit. There's so many other people gonna be in there.
What's that? Burns Bar and Grill, right? Is it Burns, Buns? I think it's Burns. I'm sorry, it's Burns Bar and Grill. Goddamn.
Burns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
We're
Burns.
gonna burn that bitch up. Shit, as long as we can smoke in there, you know what I mean? I'm with it.
Burns Bar and Grill. They will be performing, man. Look, the plug. We got you the plug. Goddamn it, no, I'm just bullshitting with you. What, Eric? What you got? You got anything to throw out there before we get off?
Nothing too crazy. Just get you some rich friends, and yeah, we got a record label, 87 Records.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I mean, the brain is every which way. I mean,
We
87
always
Records
got a
is.
lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
Y'all stay
Shout out
busy.
to all the new artists, you know what
Yeah,
I
we
mean? We
just
just
signed.
signed a lot of new artists. I mean, Liquor V, we got BDG1, we just signed
Trap,
Big Crown,
Big
we got
Crown.
Trap, you know what I mean? Just, it's up, you know what I mean? We going up, you know what I mean? It's a
I
good
already seen
feeling.
it.
That's
I
a blessing.
seen
You know,
it.
again,
Yeah.
I ain't really got too much to say. All I can say is this. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. You know what I mean? Again, I could be anywhere else, but I'm right here with you. You know what I mean? So I appreciate it again.
All right, people. Y'all good? Y'all got something to throw out there?
man. Nah,
Y'all good?
Man.
All right, well, till next time. Remember, next week is Art of Men. Like I told y'all before, we're going to bounce back and forth, man. Until next time, we catch y'all later. Kickin' with Rob. Peace.
Peace.